The mom I ran over. Let's see what this is.
Stanley,
Yo, and Stanley.
Steering wheel.
Yo, why my man was... Yo, did you see them Quagmire arms on him?
On the brakes. The mom dives at the front of the car. The car... Boom.
See what they're talking about.
Everybody in the Stanley Kingdom is a king or queen, my brother, but everyone can't be a lord or lady without the help of established titles.
You know what I'm saying, W? Link in the description over there at Stanley channel. You got me.
Support the channel.
Let's get it.
All right, back to the video. I should be in jail or prison. Or both. And if it wasn't for the fact that I knew that if I got locked up, my cheeks would be clapping more than a black girl's hands when she's about to fight, I would have turned myself in faster than a test I didn't study for.
And I would have turned Stanley in just as fast if it wasn't for the fact that I should be in jail too. See, my brother's good at a lot of things see, Stanley's a great guy, but he's also bad at a lot of things. You name it. Video games, talking to girls, life.
Okay, they get it. Next topic.
Okay, my fault. And one of those things happened to be moving his arms while simultaneously pressing on a gas pedal.
And for the longest time, the only gas pedal I knew involved twerking because I didn't have any reason to get my license, unlike my brother and sister who got theirs at 18.
You didn't want to like drive a car, transport yourself, huh?
And 16.
So being the amazing older brother I am, I taught him everything his brain could handle, which wasn't that much.
What he means to say is our parents forced him to teach me how to drive. But Yo-Yo has the vision of a bat with glaucoma that listens to Fetty Wap. If I was committing a crime, he couldn't even be my lookout. He would just have to be the out. He's the only person I know that can take an eye exam and then have homework afterwards. So I'm not feeling the best having him as my first driving instructor. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my sister got my dad to teach her, and my dad is basically a Formula One driver. And if you have family from the Caribbeans or been to the Caribbean, you know exactly what I mean. Our dad will literally make the car do a somersault, backflip, and woo walk before missing an exit. So I wanted him to teach me how to drive, but our sister ruined it for me because when my dad taught her how to drive at an empty storage unit, she almost ran into one of the units before my dad even got a chance to get into the passenger seat. So my dad had to literally dive at the car.
So what does her ruining her driving experience got to do with me, bruh? Well, why that got to fall on my shoulders?
Turned the steering wheel from the window, and when he fell, the back tire was literally inches.
You ain't been nowhere but Ohio, Florida, and Michigan?
So
That's
I understand
crazy.
why he neglects to live out that trauma a second time. Because if my daughter tried to turn me into a Dance Revolution doormat by running me over, the next steps she learns better be to the pearly gates, because I am not dying alone.
Me and Yo-Yo hop in our mom's car and start driving down the street. And
GGCO,
honestly, everything's going great, partially because he's a good teacher. But I've watched enough Need for Speed and played enough GTA to know that green means go, red means stop, and if someone honks their horn at me, all I gotta do is down, left, right to spawn a rocket launcher and delete their existence. So I'm talking to Yo-Yo like, bro, I honestly think I'm good. This driving thing is easy. So he's like,
all right, bet. Last thing though, before we go inside, I want you to drive through this neighborhood.
Weird, but okay. So I pull into this neighborhood, right? And it's dead. There was no one outside. It was so empty that I thought the baby was performing. While I was driving,
crazy.
My brother is giving me instructions. And one of the tips he told me was, yo, so when you're driving through a neighborhood, it's important to prioritize hovering your foot over the brakes instead of leaving it on the gas pedal. And he points at the brake. So I look down.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. This one time, bro, this whole day could have changed my life. I was driving my mom's car, learning how to drive, bro. I'm driving through the downtown, and I take my foot, I'm pressing the gas, and I take my foot off. And the car in front of me slams on their brakes. Now, this time in my life, I didn't know which was the gas, which was the brake. It was a 50-50 chance, bro. This was literally like my second day driving. And I picked the brake, boy, because if I would have picked the gas, say goodbye, y'all would not be watching right now. I'll be at the pearly gates. You know what I'm saying? It would have been spam F in the chat to pay respect to Big Holla.
At the brake. And in a split millisecond. That's all it took. I hear
Stanley, watch out!
2 milliseconds that I looked to where my brother pointed. There was a kid that ran into the street. My baby. And then I can hear a woman chasing after the kid, but I don't see her. All of this is happening.
Why are you focusing on them? Focus on getting your foot on the brake, big fella.
In like 2 seconds, so my mind is all over the place. The kid is in the middle of the road and the mother is running out towards the road. And all I could think about is how me and this kid are both gonna be ran through if I go to jail. So I clutch the steering wheel, slam on the brakes. The mom dives at the front of the car. The car, boom.
No, I didn't get no driving instructor. Well, hey, look, what kind of, no, I ain't have no driving instructor, bruh. They said, look, we're going to throw you in the water. You better swim, all right? Because if you drown, you're done.
The mom is on the board with the kid.
Nah, that's crazy.
I'm looking at Yo-Yo looking at me. Automatically, I'm thinking, yo, we wasting time. We have to hide these bodies. But luckily, the woman on the ground gets on a knee and starts to thank us. I'm like, oh my God, I thought I just killed you. I thought I just murdered
that's
someone.
crazy.
She was thanking us for not hitting her kid, and she was apologizing for letting him roam into the street. Whole time she was apologizing, I didn't even think about her or the kid. I was already planning my escape.
And I was fully convinced Stanley turned them into a life-size sticker on some flat Stanley shit. If it wasn't for the fact that she got up and apologized, I'm pretty sure we would have caught life in prison.
No, don't put me in that. You would have caught life in prison, because in that moment, it dawned upon me that I would have been off the grid. They're not gonna find me. See what I did there? Dawned off the grid. We go home, me and Yo-Yo, not say a single word of this to our parents. I set down the keys.
That's crazy.
And guess what? I did not drive for the next 4 years.
That's crazy, bruh. That is insane. Not driving for 4 years because of one incident. Now, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. One time I went to Mexico. All right, I'm swimming. You know what I'm saying? And I swim out to the middle of this thing. I was trying to be Superman. You know what I'm saying? They had life jackets. I was like, come on. I'm about to beat the blacks can't swim allegations. Swim out there, swimming back. And like, I'm an athlete, all right? You know what I'm saying? I play basketball, football, baseball, all at this time. And I'm like, I got this, bro. What is endurance? That water, a different thing. I'm swimming back. You know what I'm saying? Tight beat. I get like this far. Hold up. Y'all can't really see. I get like, hold up. I get like this far away from like getting up on the thing. And I went from swimming like this to my body doing like these. And then my body doing like these. All right? Boy, it was almost over. I didn't touch a pool for like 2.5, 3 years, boy. I'm not touching water. All right? The only time me and water came in contact, washing my hands, washing the dishes, taking a shower. Rain. All right? And if the puddle was too big, I ain't going outside either. Come on now.
So, don't text and drive. I think that's the moral.
Nah. The moral is wear your seatbelt.
Hold on. But that's the odd ones out thing.
Neither of those was the moral of this.
Don't wear your seatbelt and text then. Sounds good?
Sounds good to me.
Bet.
Yo, what's good? Welcome to the end of the video, man.
Yo, listen, Stanley, you're done. I'm never getting in the car. Look, I don't care how much training you got since then. This was a story time. I said, I know enough about Stanley, you know? Give me the keys, big fella. Let me drive. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead, get in the passenger. Matter of fact, get in the back seat. We need you as far away from the steering wheel as possible, okay? Matter of fact, we can walk. Y'all got them little scooter bikes in the city? We taking those, all right? I ain't getting in the car. Nobody who can't drive. I'm not about to die today. Bruh, and it be people I've driven in the car with, and they do something, and they're like, I promise you I could drive. All right, don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? That was just a mistake. Never got in the car with them after that again, boy. They offered, hey, you want me to drive? No. I'm good.